Hey YouTubers, it is Valerie with Money Mindset Coach, and today is my birthday. I am 67 years old today, and I decided that in honor of my birthday that I would do a YouTube video and put it on Facebook. I have thought about this for a long time. I was trying to figure out something to do for my birthday, and I thought, what the heck? But it's a bit scary when you put something out on Facebook, because those are the people that know me, you know? When you go on YouTube, you don't know who's going to see you, and they don't know you. They just are learning about you. So putting this out on Facebook today is a little bit scary, but I'm going to do it because it's time. I have been doing this for a year. Now, I started doing this because I started for a lot of reasons. I think I always wanted to do a YouTube channel. I always thought it would be fun. But then I thought, after you've lived, well, at that time it was 66 years, you go through a lot during your lifetime, and you do get to the point to where, you don't sweat the small stuff anymore. You have more patience. You have a lot of things that you didn't have when you were younger. Usually when you're younger, things just tend to, you can feel like something is the end of the world. And when you get older, you look back on it and you're like, oh, no, that wasn't the end of the world. You break up with a boyfriend or something, it's like, no, it's not the end of the world. You'll survive. I used to play that song every time I broke up with somebody. I will survive. That was like an anthem for me. But anyway, I digress. I tended to go with a money theme because I've made a lot of money mistakes in my life. I haven't made all of them, but I've made enough to be able to, I feel, help other people, because I've been on one side and now I'm over here. I understand and I realize how different your life can be. I haven't made the worst. There are worse. But what I've found over a period of time is that my attitude, the attitude that I had toward money, had changed. I don't want debt. I have an emergency fund. I have a budget. Those are things I live by. And then, because I went through a divorce 9 years ago, frugality got in there. It's like I had to look and see, okay, how can I save money? Now, I think I was always a frugal person. I wasn't one to go overboard on houses or cars or anything like that. Not to say I didn't like nice things, but I didn't go on big fancy vacations. I didn't have a lot in relation to what a lot of other people that I know have. I went through a period of time where I wanted the big house. I wanted the fancy car. I wanted those things, and I really didn't care how much in debt I was to have those things. But now I look back and I'm like, you know what? My house is like 1,100 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms. It's 1 bathroom. It's big enough for me. I really love this house. I think I love this house more than any house I've ever lived in. Really, truly. Except for my grandparents' house. I really, really loved that house. Yeah. That's a whole nother thing. But, so frugality has gotten in there too. And I watch a lot of YouTube channels that talk about frugality. I've learned from them. I'm hoping that people can learn from me, because this is something I'm experiencing. This is something that I'm doing. But And I talk about aging too. It's like I'm in the baby boomer generation. There are a lot of us, and there are more and more of us that are beginning to get into the senior citizen, the Social Security, the Medicare, all that kind of stuff. It's like there's more and more of us because the baby boomer generation went until 1964. I was born in 58. So there's way more people to come that are in this generation that are going to be 65, Medicare, Social Security, all that. And so I kind of talk about that too, I'm a grandmother. I talk about my grandkids and how awesome it is to be a grandmother. But my boyfriend also has 8 grandchildren, and they're in my life too. We have plenty of kids. Between the two of us, we have 11 grandchildren. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. His family, I won't go into too much, but he is the oldest of 6 kids. And his family is a big, loud, crazy family. And I love them. I love them. They're the family that when I got married almost 40 years ago, I would have wanted to marry into, because when they get together, it's a big group of people. There are grandchildren, great-grandchildren. It's a big group, and it is fun. It is fun, and I am so glad that I've been a part of this family, for 9 years. I am so, so thrilled, and I love each and every one of them. I really, really do. And so they're going to be seeing this too. Some of them know a little bit about it, but yeah, it's going to be new to some of them too. But what I wanted to say before I go is this is something that I saw on YouTube yesterday, or not YouTube, Facebook yesterday. And I really don't know why I would have seen this right before my birthday, but this was said supposedly by Meryl Streep. I hope she said this because it's really, really good. I'm sure she probably did. But she's one of my favorite actresses, and I love what she said about aging. She said, aging is not for the weak. One day you wake up and realize your youth is gone. But along with it, this is good, along with it, so go insecurity, haste, and the need to please. You learn to walk more slowly, but with greater certainty. You say goodbye without fear, and you cherish those who stay. That was big. That was big. Aging means letting go. It means accepting. It means discovering that beauty was never in our skin, but in the story we carry inside us. Gosh, those words are absolutely amazing. I remember, being a young woman in my 20s, it's like you're always concerned about how you look. And in my 20s, I was in the beauty business. I was in the business of making people look good, knowing what would make them look good. And I myself had to kind of be an example of that. I couldn't look awful and be working on somebody's hair. I had to look like I knew what I was doing, and I thoroughly enjoyed that, but that was a certain space and time. Then I got married. I had my kids. I worked in the school system and doing a variety of different things. And then I had my own cleaning business for a while, but then, I would say in my 50s, I think. Yeah, I got into real estate, and I was in real estate for a long time, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And so when you've lived 67 years, you have a lot of different experiences and attitudes and things can change. And there's people in my life that are not in my life now, but they were before. And, you know, I guess there's seasons to friendship, I guess, you know, but I'm putting this out on Facebook, you know. The people there, they know me from going to school with me. They know me from going to church, working together. There's all a wide variety of where all those people know me from. So anyway, I am sharing this. I usually post for Wednesdays and Saturdays, but this is a Thursday. But I'm posting because it is my birthday. So if you see this video on Facebook and it's in your feed, if you could like it, maybe give me a happy birthday if you see it. That would be great. But anyway, I just enjoy doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. Go to my channel, Money Mindset Coach. I've probably got about 100 videos there, so I've got a lot more, but I am going to continue. I have been discouraged at times, and I have had things happen that have encouraged me to keep going, because God does that. God will do something. And you know, maybe he doesn't speak in an audible voice. Maybe he does to some people. He hasn't ever done that for me. But what he does do is if there's something that I'm stressed about or worried about or whatever, I end up seeing something that I look at as a sign from him for whatever I'm going through at the time, because there will always be something that comes through in that way of telling me, this is what I think you ought to do, or keep going, or don't worry about that. There's all different ways, but that's how he's always spoken to me. He always has, and he always will. So, happy birthday. And I need to get this posted, and I need to get to work. So check out my channel, check out my videos. But yeah, today I am sharing my YouTube channel with all the people that I know. So I always say this at the end of every video: use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without, because I do all those things. And till next time, bye.